Okay, howdy howdy. So this is workbook page 14. This is common factoring by grouping. It's a different type of factoring. It has common factoring in it, but it has some other stuff too. So this is a second type of factoring. And it's called grouping because what you do is you're going to put these factors in groups and then you're going to common factor twice. So it happens when there's more than three terms. What did I say? More than three terms. Say that again. More than three terms. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Guess what? That's more than three terms. I want to put them in groups. So look what this is. It's x plus y minus 3y plus 2x minus 6. So I want to group them. So I'm going to say, hey, xy minus 3, you guys get together. And then I'm going to say, hey, 2x minus 6, you guys get together. Now if I leave it like that, that's multiplication. That's not what this is. This is all of these terms being added together. So figure that out. That positive is there. This positive was the idea of separating them into two groups. So this is all the boys and this is all the girls, and you add them together. Okay? So now, I don't need that one. I don't need that plus. So I would actually have written this like this. But that plus is not that plus. Okay, you need to know that. This plus in the middle is we're doing it because we're separating them into groups. So now you look at the two groups and you say what's in common. I got a y in common in both. I got a 2 in common in both. Okay? So then you look at them again and you say what's in common with them again. And you notice that they have a binomial in common. So we're going to common factor out the binomial, just like the other page. And lo and behold, you're now doing grade 11 work. If you want to go backwards, you take x minus 3, you take it into the y, you take it into the 2, and then if you want to go back again, you take the y into the x, you take the y into the negative 3, you take the 2 into the x, you take the 2 into the negative 3, and you're back to here. Cool, huh? Okay, common factoring this, factor by grouping this one. I can put the x and the y together, and I can put the negative xy and the negative x together, but they don't seem to have a lot in common if I do that. So let's take a look what would happen. I'd get x squared plus y. The negative xy and the negative x go together, and there's the plus to show that they're all being added. Otherwise it's multiplying and it changes it. So this plus is because I put them in groups. This negative goes with this. If I go and common factor this, there's nothing common in here. There's a negative x that's common here. Now, I common factored out the negative x. Probably there's a step there that I've skipped that you'd like to see. It would look like this. And this positive and this negative go together to give me which is what I have here. Okay? So notice nothing else can be done. I can't do anymore. Cannot go further. And in terms of factoring, you haven't done much. It's kind of ugly. Kind of ugly. So what if I had put the groups together differently? What if I had chosen to put this one together with this one? So instead, I'll rewrite it. So as long as everybody carries their sign with them, I haven't changed anything. I've just changed the order of adding and subtracting. Nothing's changed. I can group them differently. Now remember, this plus comes from grouping them. There's actually another plus here that I don't need to write, but it came from there. I can factor them, take an x out of this one. This one I would take a y out. These are pretty close to being the same, by the way. They would be the same if I common factored out a negative. So if I common factor out a negative to go here, that would change to -1. This would change to positive x. Prove that to yourself. +1, -x. Notice that this can be rewritten like this. Y minus 1. And now you have common binomials. And that probably just freaked you out that I put it this way. You probably put it this way. And remember, the order of multiplication doesn't matter. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this is your final answer. And you can work backwards to get to where you were. Let's look at number 3. Y to the 4, y to the 3, 2y2. So I want to group them so they all have something in common. Well, the two binomials anyway. Okay, you should be getting better at that now. I can take out a y squared here. Oh, I can take out a y cubed, sorry. So that'll be a y to the 1, and this will just be a 1. I can take out a 2 here. Looking at it, you now notice that this puppy, this binomial, and this binomial are the same, so we can common factor it out. And that's going to leave us with y to the 3 plus 2. Now, you don't need that 1 there. It's perfectly fine to write it as y plus 1, y to the 3 plus 2. And that's the final answer. Okay, yeah, it's getting harder. Welcome to grade 11. We started off with some easy stuff, and now you've got some more stuff. You're going to have to sit down and go over this and make some sense out of it.